And a very warm welcome back to the Paul Dalton Details channel. Right, this week we're using some more products from the good old US of A. Salt Lake City to be precise. Lithium Auto Elixirs were kind enough to send some stuff down to test. And this is the first product. This is Hide Rehab. This is for your leather seats. If you have leather seats that are a little bit worn, they're a little bit dull, and need a bit of a kiss of life, then you massage this stuff into the leather, allow it to cure for a while, and buff off, and it should do the trick. That's the first one. The bottles are 16 ounce for the US audience, or 500 ml to everybody else. The next one is Leather Love. Now on the car this week, the Mercedes, it has a rather tired driver's seat. I did speak to the guys about this, about which product to use, and they suggested that Hide Rehab is for the lesser worn material, the lesser worn leather. This one's more like the kiss of life, is to bring it right back. You'll see why in the video. And that is the balm type stuff. That's Leather Love. Then we have Trim Serum. This is coming up in a separate video because I want to do this in a separate video on its own, or perhaps with the other thing that's sitting down there. That is a trim revitalizer. Heard good things about that. The next one, this is where the names get better. Gloss Source. This is a T1 amino polymer functional liquid wax, I think. That's Gloss Source. But the last one, which has to be the most incredible product, and the name is called Seal and Squeal. Yes, Seal and Squeal. I didn't make that up. That is Seal and Squeal. That is a hybrid wax sealant polish. Yes, a polish and a sealant. Oh yeah. Want to know more? Roll the video. So there we go then. You got yourself a pint in your hand, glass of wine or a cup of tea or a coffee or a Coke. It's wheel cleaning stage. APC, all-purpose cleaner, or a citrus of your choice. A liberal spray. And then in with your arch brush and tyre scrubbing brush. Chose a wheel cleaner this week rather than just using APC. That is P&S Brake Buster. Highly effective wheel cleaner. Don't forget to load your brushes up, this always helps. Now these wheels really do need refurbing. The aim of the task is to improve the look of them. They're not going to be brand new, are they? 80,000 miles this car has covered, but certainly make a drastic change to their appearance. So don't forget the brake caliper. The best way to do this really is to jack the car up and then to move the wheel around. So a thorough rinse, and they're starting to look better, but we want to have a deep clean. So out comes Details Passion's Fallout Remover. It allows us to dwell briefly, agitate with your brushes. Once the colour change has changed, then rinse off. Now, a particular nasty part of the car was the pipes, the exhaust pipes. It seems a bit odd doing this at this stage of the game, but these are so bad, I just wanted to get these out the way. That is the Brake Buster. P&S Brake Buster was used to break down the sooty deposits in the pipe. Now I'm doing all this on camera and you think, wow, that's impressive. Yeah, it would have been better if I'd have noticed the stud underneath, where you could have got a set of Allen keys in and removed the tip. Tip there for you guys. If you do a Merc, an old one, have a look underneath first. So this started breaking down the grime. A quick rinse down, you can already see a marked improvement, but we want these a lot better. That is tar remover to remove the sticky tar deposits. A liberal spray of this. don't use your best microfibers, and then remove. So when it comes down to making these shiny, it's AM Details metal polish and 40 wire wool. You can pick up 40 wire wool at your nearest motor factors. It's cheap stuff and highly effective. Now of course this puts in quite a few micro scratches, so you are going to have to refine this after without the wire wool. Once you're happy, use your microfiber and some more polish to refine. And they should look a damn sight better. Not bad for a car, it's done 80,000. Come on Paul, pull your finger out, we've got loads to do. There you go. Looks a lot better, doesn't it? It's just the other side now. Oh dear. So once these were both done, we move on to the filler cap area. This is always a pretty nasty part on any car, but especially on dirty diesels. If the government get their way, we'll all be driving around electric cars and hybrids. Yeah. So one of the major dirt traps on this car was the trunk area, or boot if you live in England. Liberal spray of all-purpose cleaner and then work it in with a detailing brush. A fairly stiff detailing brush. So even with this stiffer brush, it got rid of some of it, but it needs something a bit more kick. There's another detailing brush, it's like a toothbrush, and details passions, and then it moves on to the Garage Therapy Decon shampoo. Now, I will say this, I am not sponsored by these guys, I just happen to love this product. This will strip the paint of any contaminants, any grime. It's not the be all and end all, there is another stage in between. But this makes a big difference in releasing the grime from the clear coat. I happen to really love this product. In fact, I've just ordered some more. So allow this to dwell. Moving your brushes. Get the grime out of the windscreen dirt trap and numerous other areas. Give it a rinse. So when it comes to the 2-bucket wash, we chose to use the same shampoo, Decon shampoo. This should strip the remaining contaminants off the car. If there is any LSP on the car, it should get rid of it. So after this stage, it is another rinse down. Thank goodness he's got a drain in the middle of that drive. After that, it is a quick tar removing stage, a very quick tar removing stage. Blimey, give it a chance, Paul, let it dwell. I know you're in a hurry, but blimey. And once this is done, it was another rinse down, and it's on to the first of the products, Seal and Squeal. This is the sealant polish. Yes, I said polish. You can apply this with a machine polisher. So spread it out low speed. Run it up to around 2 to 3 on a polishing pad, or you can use a finishing pad. I chose to use on the day was an orange pad. These are the Chinese ones. They're fairly soft. Not really a huge amount of cut, but there is for the product. Very, very strange. It's more of a micro cleanser, I suppose, but it does seem to get rid of defects. No, it's not a correction, but it does help. So really you want to give this around 30 minutes to cure before you buff off with a cloth of your choice. All ready to look nice and shiny. And protected, which is the main thing. There's no real need to tape up with this stuff. There isn't any real residue as such. It doesn't mark anything. It does, however, become saturated fairly quick. You don't need a lot on the pad. It doesn't become clogged. It just becomes rather, shall I say, wet. And it's just a case of buffing off. So you already start to see a drastic improvement in the gloss levels. So once this was done, it was moved on to the interior for a decent vacuuming. Oh my god, I found 10p. Quick, get the screwdriver. Cleaner's tip. If you see this video, you might ask for that back. Not too much footage of the interior. It was just hoovering and hoovering and hoovering and a bit of steaming. Sorry for the lack of footage. I got heavily involved. Move along to the second product. This is Hide Rehab. So on the rear seats, you just need to massage this into the seats. If they're really dirty, try and use an APC first and work that in. Don't make it too strong, you will dry the seats out. And you just allow this to cure and then you buff it off. It's that simple. The more you use, the more soft the seats get. This was where I didn't realise what the time was. Quite enjoyable this. I don't know what it is about leather though. Must be leather trousers. Not me, obviously. Now we move on to the driver's seat. This was the problem area, what I was worried about. As you can see, lots of side wear in the usual places. It's time for a bit of leather love. No, not leather glove, leather love. Now you have to work this stuff in. Massage it in, take your time and just gradually work it in. It's a little bit greasy, but the payoff, well, speaks for itself. You'll see it in a bit. The only problem was I had to do the other seat because it looked odd. So that was the payoff. Working it in, transform the seat. And after all that buffing, there is a short bit of B-roll at the end of this video. That's it, guys. That was it. First of all, I've got to say apologies for the lack of B-roll at the end of the video. This is not a joke, this is not an excuse. I was doing an airport run the same day and I thought, that'd be a good idea, I'll do a car in the afternoon. Yeah, I got a bit carried away, especially on the inside, because I was just enjoying myself, to be honest with you. Sometimes you forget when the camera's there, and other times you completely forget the camera's there and you think, I should have turned that camera on a bit more. So apologies for that, naughty me. Anyway, let's talk about these products. Hide Rehab. Now, on the rear seats, I should have shown a lot more footage of this. As I say, I got a little bit carried away. It did bring them back. You can clean these. If they're really, really dirty, you can use a very, very mild solution of APC or a designated leather cleaner. On the day, I didn't really feel the need to do this. Was this a mistake? Not really. Just a damn good hoovering and a work over with a microfiber. They seem to be okay. Work this stuff in, get a bit carried away like I did. And they do say the more you put in, the more supple the leather gets. The rear seats, not too bad apart from a couple of little marks and a few little nicks. Car's done about 80,000 miles, so you can allow it that. It did bring them back and they did look rather nice, and it also smelt nice. That's the Hide Rehab. When it comes to this stuff, this is completely different. You've got to allow this a good 40 odd minutes to an hour to cure. The main problem was I did the driver's side and I thought the passenger side looks kind of odd because it's got like a shiny effect to it. It is not greasy. This is probably going to sound a bit strange. It reminds me of Vaseline. Don't ask me why I know about Vaseline. It just reminds me. It's a little bit greasy, but it does really go into the pores of the leather and it literally transforms it. It's quite tough to put on. You've got to just do small circular motions, really work it into the leather. But as you're working it in, you can actually visually see it working its magic. And I can't see you ploughing through this, to be honest with you. I thought I used quite a lot of it, but it doesn't seem to have made a dent in the tin. That is blooming impressive. And I took some pictures of that and showed my missus, and she was like, wow. Seal of approval from her indoors. It must be good. Then it comes to this stuff, this Seal and Squeal. I was a bit concerned about using this because I thought, a polish and a seal, that just doesn't make sense. It's either an all-in-one, a glaze, or a compound. It can't be all these things. I watched a few videos on this, and honestly, this stuff by machine is so easy to put on. And the only thing I will say to you guys, if you are going to use this by machine, the pad becomes saturated quite quick, and you do have to watch out for sort of residue control. Although it doesn't stain or anything, there's no issues with that. Just be careful when you're putting it on by machine. You can use it by hand, and they recommend you go in the direction of the travel of air over the car, or more like straight lines than the old Karate Kid, wax on, wax off type thing. But by machine, it has a very, very mild correctional ability. It's not huge, but it does get rid of marks, and it just has this amazing gloss. It is the best part about this job on the car. I thought the outside was going to be awful. But with the stuff that I was using on the day, once I hit it with that to top it off, it was so easy. That was the easiest part of the job, to be honest with you. And that was Seal and Squeal. I think they recommend 6 months plus for that, for durability as well. So you're getting a polish and a sealant all in one. Boom, done. Makes my life a hell of a lot easier. So overall, these products are very, very good. They're good at what they do. The Seal and Squeal, honestly, that stuff is amazing. That is a really, really clever product. Hide Rehab, yeah, there is products similar out there. The Leather Love, the actual balm, transforming that driver's seat. This was a lifesaver. I looked at that seat, and I did go look at this car previously, and I thought, oh, I hope this works. It's a bit of a gamble, but it did work on the day. Really, really impressive. As far as the other products are concerned, trim serum and gloss sauce, separate video coming up very, very soon. Now, we are going to talk about one minor issue, and that is the fact of availability in the UK. I've messaged the guys. There is an Amazon link for the US store, the US Amazon store, so you guys are fine. But in the UK, there isn't anywhere at the moment you can actually get it, and they're looking for UK distributors. So if you're interested in stocking this stuff, give the guys a message on their Instagram. I think they're on Facebook. I'm not too sure because I'm not on that myself. Or you can try emailing them, or get in touch directly to them if you're interested in stocking this stuff. I cannot wait to try this other stuff because this stuff was really, really good. Very, very different, especially machining this stuff, this Seal and Squeal for me was definitely, to be honest with you, these two on the day, absolute lifesavers. Really, really good. So thanks to Josh for sending this stuff all the way from the States. I only wish I could give you guys a link. It's a bit frustrating, but sorry about that. Don't shoot the messenger. Look forward to more stuff coming from them. And more videos coming up, guys. Don't forget to leave a comment, stick a thumb up, keep subscribing. I'll see you on the next one.